At your table today, you'll see that I've printed off bubble and block letters as a guide to help you draw your letters today. You will also have a smaller sheet of blank paper where you will draw the letter of your first name. The challenge today is that you have to draw the letter backwards, and your letter also needs to fill up the whole paper from the top to the bottom. I started by writing the letter backwards first, and on the tail or the ends of the letter, I drew a vertical line and then connected it from the top to the bottom. Now I used a block letter, but if you're using a bubble letter, you'll want to make sure you use curved lines at the end of your letter to give it that shape. You can see I'm not worrying about making it perfect, I just keep on sketching the desired shape of my letter. We're eventually going to cut it out, so it does not matter if you don't erase some of the lines. Once you're happy with the letter that you've created, begin to cut along the edges of your letter with the scissors in your basket. Place the paper letter onto the foam sheet and carefully hold it down with the opposite hand that you don't draw with. Using a bit of pressure, make sure you trace around the edges of your letter. You don't want to press too hard to where you poke a hole through the foam. If your paper letter moves, make sure you place it back to the original spot and finish tracing. Here is an example of what my finished traced letter on my foam sheet looks like. Now we need to make the inside of our letter creative and unique, using patterns, lines, shapes, or even words to describe yourself. Begin to fill the inside of your letter. Try to create a variety or different types of designs to keep your artwork interesting. Here is a finished example of what my letter looks like. Using the scissors in your basket, carefully cut along the edge of your letter. When you're all done cutting out your letter, turn it over to the back and gently write your name on the back of your letter with a pen. When you're all finished, turn your foam letter into your artwork folder. If you used a pencil, please make sure you put it away and make sure your pen has the cap safely on it. The foam sheet scraps, we're going to save and place them in a special place. For the scrap paper, take that to the recycling bin. Your foam sheet scraps are going to go in the basket in the front of the studio.